All right, this is case 251179. This is People of the State of Michigan versus Cole. Here, so the record, Mr. Capelli.
May it please the court, David Capelli, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Ms. Serena Cole, who is standing to my right. This is the date and time set for sentencing, Your Honor. Both Ms. Cole and I have reviewed the assessment, and there were no factual inaccuracies noted.
Is that true, Ms. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Capelli, if you'd like to be heard.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hold on for just a second. There's somebody on screen with us too. Ms. Gates,
Yes, Your Honor.
you're here for Ms. Cole.
Yes, that is correct.
Is there something that you wanted to tell me about as part of your reason for being here?
Well, part of that is because of the neglect matter that we're monitoring here at the 30th Circuit. And of course, I am just, I believe I provided documentation on the progress that you wanted to be made apprised of prior to sentencing. So I'm just available, of course, to answer any questions or provide any updates to that effect.
All right, so you didn't actually need to be heard.
No, sir.
Okay. All right, let me give the attorney an opportunity to do what he needs to do.
Thank you, Your Honor. This was a case where Ms. Cole was operating while intoxicated, involved in a car accident with her 15-year-old sister in the passenger seat. Ms. Cole immediately accepted responsibility for what brought her before the court. She's been, in my opinion, a pleasure to work with, and I think she'd do very well on probation. I'm asking the court to sentence Ms. Cole to a term and condition of probation consistent with the assessment. Thank you.
Ms. Cole, this is your opportunity to be heard as well.
I don't have nothing to say. I don't know.
It's impossible. Always have something to say. We're talking about you and your future. And so there's nobody that can speak for you better than you when it comes to your future. And you've got a child. You got a small child. I think the baby's probably a year old.
Yeah.
I spent a little bit of time reading your file yesterday. And so, I mean, I know a lot about you, but I don't know anything as much as you know about yourself. So this is your opportunity to speak to me. Tell me what you think I need to know about you. Because right now, what I have is that you were drunk and you were driving and you hit a tree. And that you had somebody in the car with you at the time. Is that occurred? None of that sounds good. So this is your opportunity to balance off that information by telling me what it is that you think I need to know about you so that I can be fair to you as we do this process.
Still don't know what to.
Still don't know what to say? How about Judge? I understand that what I did was not kosher, that what I did was probably very much a problem, which is why I have a conviction now. But if I'm given an opportunity with all of the social supports that I've been given, both here and in other courthouses, as well as with the department, I think that I can turn my life around and make this something that I can be proud of. Not so much that I got involved with the court, but that I actually understand what's at issue here. I understand how to try and turn my life around. It's important for me to turn my life around because it's not just about me, it's about me and my child. Right?
Yeah.
So talk to me. Get your tissue if you feel like you need a tissue. How old are you? About 19?
Just turned 20.
Just turned 20? So you're very young. And sometimes it's not easy to understand that you don't know how the world works. But at the age of 20, you probably have a few things already worked out, a few things that have already been figured out. But you usually have to be about 25 before the world actually starts to make sense to you. Your world probably has been sped up because you're a mother already. So you get a chance to kind of fill in the blanks for me about what it is that you're up to and how it is that you're going to be successful with all this.
Mm. I don't know. Really don't know.
I think you do. I think you do. I think that you understand what it is that you're dealing with. So explain that to me. Why are you starting to cry? What's the issue that you feel like you have to be sad about at this point? You know, one of the things that occurs to me that people like myself don't necessarily understand about people like you is that we don't know what it is that you're going through, what it is that you have to deal with, how it is that you have to make things happen in your world to be able to stand here and be before the court today. So that's your opportunity to be able to say, hey, this is what's going on. This is what you need to understand about me. This is what you won't get from a piece of paper about who I am.
May I inquire, Your Honor?
Sure.
Ms. Cole, perhaps you could tell Judge about what you've learned being a mother and how that change in your last year has impacted your life. You could also talk to him about any programming that you've done and completed to help you learn.
Mother has been hard, especially doing it all alone. Been trying my best. I've been in a couple of programs right now, MMRS, and
Need to blow your nose? Go right ahead. We got more tissue.
Okay. Yeah.
Get you some more tissue. Take as much as you need. I think we have more in the bag.
Okay.
working with ends or trying to get my my workers switched right now. We don't, like I said in the beginning, we don't work well together. So
Why do you suppose that's the case?
I don't know. We've tried a couple of times. It just hasn't worked out and it's not going the right way. And I understand that I can't like everyone on my case, but this is the one person that like I truly can't work with, and I've tried. And I really want to like do this because it's involving my child. And so I don't know, we're trying to get her switched. But Tia, right now, I have an appointment with MMRs coming up in a couple of days or next week.
Can I suggest something to you?
Mhm.
And it might not be obvious what I'm about to say to you, but I'm going to say it because I think it's important. That the people that work for the government, that work with people like you, are not doing it for the money. They're not doing it because they get some sort of pleasure out of it. They do it because they feel like they have a calling to do it. That they feel called to do the work. That they want to do the kind of work that they do because they see that they can actually make a difference, not just in your life, but in the life of your child.
Mhm. I understand that.
That they do that for the money. I mean, the money is just something that they have to have in order to be able to pay their bills and to be able to do what they need to do. But you should actually give an opportunity for people to prove themselves.
I have. It's been a couple of months, sir. Even the people around me, they don't suggest, like, not suggest, but they also think the same. Like, we don't work well. Like, I've tried. I understand that she's not in it for just the money, but the way she goes about things isn't right. She's treating me less than a human right now. Like, I understand what I did was a big mistake. I really do. And, like, I regret it every day of all my mistakes. But she is treating me like I make mistakes every day of my life, and I don't. I'm only 20. I made a couple mistakes, and I'm gonna go and
So, do you know what the difference is between a mistake and a poor decision is?
I don't know.
Not really. A mistake is something that's an accident. Poor decisions are what people do when they're not really thinking about it.
A poor decision there. I am not happy with what I did, and I don't want to do what I did again. And I don't know. And the way she is treating me though isn't how I should be treated. And I know what I did was a poor decision. I know. And I'm trying to fix it right now, but I can't fix it working with her. She's making it hard. I've tried. I've been going through this since September. I tried to work with her. I can't. So I don't know. Mm, What?
So I want you to understand something, and it's something that's going to be true throughout your entire life. The decisions have consequences.
And I understand that.
I don't think that you really do.
I do. I understand that completely. I've been
So,
going
hold
through
on.
it since last January.
Hold on. You see, that's an example of what I'm talking about. If I say something to you and I'm asking you for an explanation so that we can have a discussion about it, you can't shut it down because that's not actually addressing the issue. That's not showing me that you really do truly understand what it is that we're talking about. And as part of the process of you understanding how to work this matter through, you just got to slow down a little bit.
I still can't work with her, sir. I've tried. I'm not gonna.
I'm not even asking you about that now.
Mhm.
I'm not asking you about that now. I just want you to make sure that you understand what it is that I just said to you.
I understand.
Tell me what it is I just said to you. See, that's an example of what I'm talking about. Everything is not so crystal clear. Everything's not so fast and easy to understand and to absorb. Sometimes you have to take a step back and look critically what it is that's being discussed so that you can actually, even if you come to the same conclusion, but that your analysis has allowed you to absorb the information that's important. And that's important for a whole lot of different reasons, not the least of which is that you're not going to get along with everybody that you come across that you have to deal with. You are not preordained to have a good relationship with everyone.
I know that's true. And I've said that a million times to her supervisor, to the other judge, to
I didn't talk
everybody.
about
I
that.
know, but I'm saying I know I don't have to.
Listen, okay? Just listen. If you're talking, you can't hear what I'm saying. Just think about what I just said to you. If you're talking, you can't hear what I'm saying to you. And I want you to actually realize the truth of that statement. If you are talking, you can't hear what I'm saying to you. And I know at your age, it's not that easy to understand. What I'm saying to you probably almost sounds like gibberish, but I've been around for a long time. And I actually kind of understand what it is that I'm doing. So you can still come to the same conclusion about what it is that you conclude. But the analysis, the ability to be able to analyze the information is important to you because it won't just serve you well in this situation. It's something that you can take in other situations too. Let me just take a step back with you because I think that this is really, truly important. It's kind of a fact that I was just saying a minute ago, but I didn't actually state it this way. But people don't get into this line of work for the money. They don't get into this line of work for some weird reason. They do this because they feel like it's important to them to do the work. And if you don't take anything else from this conversation but that fact, take that fact and take it with you and analyze it. Why do people get into this line of work? Don't do it for the money. Doesn't pay that well. They don't do it for the fame. They don't do it for the affirmations that they get from other people. They do it because it's important to them. And if it's important to them, God, it got to be important to you because that means that you can actually have a relationship with a person that's going to prove to be beneficial to you. Now, unfortunately, it's probably too late for the judgment skates. But anybody that's in the line of work, that's working with people through the court system, on behalf of folks like you, do it because you're called to do it. It's not easy work to do. But just make sure that you take that with you for consideration later. Okay? So I know it's not that easy to understand what I just said to you, but take that with you. Okay? That's when you say, yes, Judge.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place you on a period of probation. It's only going to be 6 months. But I want you to be in a better position 6 months than you are today. And I think that can happen because you're already proven yourself to be a person who wants to be responsible by virtue of the fact of what it is that you're showing us with your relationship with your child. That's important to you. And it's important to you to be able to make sure that nothing interferes with your relationship with your child. I'm not going to order any fines and costs because I don't believe that that's important. You will not possess, carry, use, or purchase a firearm, ammunition, or any dangerous weapons. You're not to violate any criminal law of any unit of government. You're not to leave the state without first getting the consent of the court. You're to make a truthful and accurate report to the probation officer at each contact. You're to notify probation within 24 hours of any change of address or employment or school status, and within 24 hours of any contact with the police. You're to provide proof of healthcare coverage or meet with the healthcare navigator as directed by regulation. You're not to use, possess, consume, or be in the presence of alcoholic beverages or controlled substances, nor be present in any place where alcohol is sold for consumption on the premises. So you're too young to be in a bar, but there's still other places where alcohol is available for consumption, like going to a bowling alley, going to a ride. So you can't be around people that are drinking or using controlled substances. You're not to use any products that contain alcohol, poppy seeds, or any other illicit substance. You're to drop for probation. No, you're not to abuse prescription and non-prescription drugs and provide verification of any prescriptions to your probation officer within 48 hours of obtaining prescription. We want you to attend social support group for Marijuana Anonymous as directed by probation. You're to drop for probation, law enforcement, testing agents, case manager, physician, or counselors. 3 days community service by the end of probation, 11 o'clock p.m. curfew. You're to seek employment by completing 4 employment applications through Michigan Works. You keep our medical appointments, follow medical advice, take our medications as prescribed, and sign a release. Your license is subject to suspension. That'll be held by Secretary of State and depend upon your master driving record is maintained by the Secretary of State. You're to submit to fingerprinting by law enforcement as directed by probation, and you're to submit to a search of your person, your home, or your car upon the request of either probation or law enforcement officers to ensure that you're in full compliance with all the conditions on probation. Now, despite the fact that I've ordered all these things, you may be able to appeal. If you decide to appeal, you need to do so within 21 days. And if you require the services of an attorney to help you with the appeal and you can afford to hire your own attorney, you just need to let me know within 14 days so that we can get that worked out for you. Do you have any questions or concerns?
No.
Mr. Capelli?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'm going to have you with my court officer. He's going to take you downstairs to introduce you to the folks that you need to meet. What's your baby's name?
Katie.
Katie? It's a very cool name. How old is Katie now? How many months?
She's one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
She's one.
Oh, she's 1. Okay. All right. So he's actually a nice guy. He doesn't look like he's a guy. He's going to take you downstairs. Okay. Ms. Skates, anything else for the record?
Your Honor, the only thing I will ask with your courts is the non-substances, is that including marijuana as well, specific to testing?
Yes. Anything that can change her state of alertness is prohibited.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. That's going to be all for the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank you so much.